Are you tired of the hustle and bustle of modern life? Do you wish you could hide away in a corner and disappear? Maybe you're a vegan. Well, no matter the case, do I have some good news for you, because today I'll be showing you how to reject modernity and return to Mother Nature. Hello everybody! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kat from the hit YouTube channel, Do Not the Cat. I have over 12,000 hours of experience in War Thunder, and it is my personal goal to teach you how to become an absolute goblin, both in and out of the game. What I'm going to be teaching you today is probably one of the more simple tactics when it comes to War Thunder, which, as you can probably tell, is turning yourself into a bush. When it comes to things you need for this, it's actually pretty simple. All you need is a tank, some bushes, and 600 milligrams of Benadryl to give you that extra boost of energy to start the day. After all, you can't be sleepy if you're seeing demons. By combining these three simple ingredients, not only will you become one of the rattiest players the world has ever seen, but you'll also get the privilege of becoming closer to Mother Nature, who, if you didn't know, is extremely aggressive and will fuck you up the first chance she gets. Coincidentally, this is exactly what we're going to be doing to our victims today, as we're going to be using their complacency against them. See, in War Thunder, there are a lot of bushes. In fact, you probably drive by more than a couple every match. This has conditioned the general population to automatically assume that bushes are no threat, because I mean, look at it, it's a bush. I mean, what's it going to do to you? Well, in our case, it's going to beat the shit out of you. But wait, I hear you ask, how the hell are we gonna do this? If only there was a 4-step guide to help us along. Aha! Well, I know damn well you didn't say that, but I needed a rhetoric in order to get us out of this shitty intro, so without further ado, how about we jump into our first step? So, first things first, we're gonna need a tank. Personally, I like to use the ASU-57, dude, it's yeah. Anyways, if you don't have the ASU-57, allow me to give you a list of tanks that also works pretty well. For America, we have the M22 Locust and the XM800T, both of which are very funny. Along with that, if you're a German main, my condolences, but also we have the SDKFZ 221, 222, the Panzer IIH, and the Weasel, all of which are really good. Over here in not so great Britain, we also have the Tetrarch, the Fox, the Scimitar, and the AML-90. All of which are amazing, but unfortunately, you gotta be British in order to use them. For China, we have the SDKFZ 222 again, but somehow shittier. Italy, we get the L3, which is simultaneously extremely funny yet extremely sad, but you also get the R3s, both of which have really shitty guns, but they're also really fast and really powerful. France gets the AML-90, Sweden gets 2 rat rockets, Israel gets another AML-90, and as usual, Japan gets fuck all. Once you've decided on your weapon of choice, wander over to the customization screen and lather that bush up a bit. Bush up with bushes. For me, I was lucky enough to buy them back when they came in a 6-pack, but if this isn't the case for you, then realistically, just grab whatever you have available. Your goal here is to cover every possible square inch of the front of the tank with foliage. Your cannon barrel will probably end up sticking out a little bit, but as long as you've got the rest of it covered, then you probably should be fine, because I mean, realistically, people don't pay that much attention. Once you're done with that and your tank resembles a fucked up chia pet, you're gonna want to make sure to up tier yourself by at least 2 battle ratings, unless you're a coward. You want to be one of those, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyways, now that we're done, we can finally go into battle, and of course, we can move on to step 2, which is spawn in and then fucking book it. Your one and only goal here is to find yourself a spot to wiggle into. I prefer to hide on capture points, but depending on the map and whether you're an asshole or not, you can also just hide outside of the enemy spawn. Generally speaking, you're gonna have to experiment around in order to find yourself a truly dubious spot, but as long as you keep these 3 qualities in mind, then you should be able to find yourself something pretty good. First up, make sure it's unexpected. I like to hide behind random cars and corpses occasionally, but the best spots are ones that completely hide your tank, such as small alleys or doorways. Second, if possible, make sure there are some bushes around, that way you blend in. This is especially useful on maps without a lot of cover, and if you really need to, you can always just hide in a pile of shrubs. But remember, you are at risk of some ULQ bastard just running around and kicking your ass. Finally, make sure you have a good sightline. Preferably, you want to fire at enemies from either the sides or the rear, so whenever you can, position yourself in a way that allows you to do so. Any of these qualities on their own make for a pretty good spot, but if you can find one with all three, then that's going to give you the best chances at success. So once you found yourself a good spot, well, we can move on to the next and most exciting step, which is wait. Remember, you're a bush, so shut off your engine and fire up TikTok or whatever the hell it is that you use. I personally like to scroll around on Reddit and look at LGBT memes, but if you're a conservative manly man yourself, then I suggest something less woke, like r/sounding. Oh, and speaking of sounds, I hear an enemy coming, so how about we— oh my god! Huh. Well, that was terrifying. But yeah, as you can see, step 4 is to just kind of violently attack whichever poor soul decides to wander into your line of sight. Depending on what kind of tank it is and how many there are, it's completely acceptable to have some basic self-preservation and lay low. Just know that if you do decide to do this, you will be branded a coward and subsequently uninvited from the company barbecue. As you can see here, I'm in fact not a coward, and as such, I decide to whack this Sherman in front of not one, but two very scary heavy tanks. And guess what? They don't even see me. Maybe this is just pure luck, but my theory is that around 90% of the player base is actually brain dead. So as long as you're not moving or not making any noise, then they'll probably just look over, get bored, and then decide to fuck off to the nearest firefight. From here on out, basically just keep doing this until you either die or the game ends. I tend to relocate after every successful kill, but depending on how overpowered the spot is, you may be able to just sit there and farm on unsuspecting victims. So there we have it. As long as you do these 4 simple steps, I can guarantee that you'll become an absolute menace out on the battlefield. But more important than that, it'll help shift your mindset into that of a proper goblin. See, here at Goblin University, which you are automatically enrolled in upon clicking this video, the goal is to get you using that big ol' brain of yours. And maybe you watch this video and decide to give this a shot, or maybe you watch this and decide that I'm actually stupid and that you can do it better. No matter the case, I encourage you to simply use this as a guide and not as a strict set of rules. So if you find something that I didn't, then just go with it. The world is your oyster, and in that oyster, there are plenty of victims for you to terrorize. Hell, maybe you'll even come across me in a game and just rob me in the back of an alley, which, if you do, just remember to make it quick. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments, and also let me know what you think of the new model. I plan to use this a lot in the future, and I hope to see y'all there as well. That being said, I've been your host, Kat, from the hit YouTube channel Do Not the Cat, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.